Okay, what we're going to try to do today is side dress these potatoes. They just now have gotten dried out enough. I think I can get the plow through it, the cultivator through it, or the tractor through it without bogging up. They're needing it bad. These potatoes are getting almost too big to get over with the tractor and drop some fertilizer in there. And you know, they're getting bad. If I don't get it done today, they're going to get too big to do, and to get them side dressed and fertilized and side dressed, the tractor won't get over them. I don't want to do them by hand. That'd be too much like work. I don't like that. But we're going to try to side dress it with fertilizer today. And we, as you can see, these top 4 rows, a neighbor gave me chicken litter. And I put chicken litter on these first 4, or this ground here on these first 4 rows. But the other 4 are doing pretty good. They've just gotten regular fertilizer when I put them in. So these are really needing fertilizer down here. These first 4 is red potatoes, and the next 3 is white potatoes. Now, I run out of white potatoes up there, and I finished that out with reds, and did this whole row here of reds, of seeds that I had saved, little potatoes I'd saved from last year. So that's what we're up for today. I'm going to try to get this cultivated and side dressed today. Okay, what we're going to use here today is my cultivator. It's just a 1-row cultivator. I bought it at Tractor Supply. It's nothing special, just a 1-row cultivator. Now, I have really modified this cultivator to do multiple jobs. It will just cultivate, or I can flip this plow upside down and drop it in, and it'll open a furrow like for planting potatoes. This gadget here, this red gadget with the hopper on top, is what is called a side dresser. Now what it does, you put your fertilizer in here, and as this thing runs behind, it turns this wheel. This wheel then pops this thing, which the plate here shakes and drops the fertilizer out down this chute. Now, and then this chute drops the fertilizer down in front of this plow. So the fertilizer drops down, and this plow then will cover that fertilizer up and incorporate it into the soil. If you don't, then the fertilizer, if you're still on top of the ground, unless it rains real soon, it won't do any good. The nutrients will evaporate out, or the ammonia or nitrogen will. But I use this little cultivator, this this bungee strap holds this chute here in front of that plow. That's all that bungee cord does. And then you drop it in the ground and straddle your row, drop your fertilizer in, and you got cultivated and side dressed at one step. Now the fertilizer I'm going to use today is just a 13, nothing special. It's some people like to use 10-20-10, but I have had some of that. I've used a 13, and both of them give me good results. This is cheaper at the co-op. The reason I bought it, it's cheaper than 10-20-10. But anyway, I keep it stored when I fill it up here, and I keep it stored in a bucket. What I don't use goes back in the bucket. All right, let me fill this thing up. Okay, well, let's see if that'll be enough. Let's get started. Now, you asked what do I do with the excess fertilizer that I have in my hopper. I'm done side dressing, so we need to remove this fertilizer. And the easiest way I found to do it is with one of Helen's old vacuum cleaners. The beater wore out on it, but it still sucks. And so I just use this vacuum cleaner and suck this stuff out. Okay, we've got our potatoes all side dressed. Now we're going to do what we're going to hill them. Now, why this is you have to do this is when you plant a potato in the ground, you have to, some people plant whole potatoes, I plant pieces, as long as it's got at least 2, preferably at least 3 eyes. We plant those in a furrow about 4 inches deep, and we put a little fertilizer in that furrow, and then we plant them. And those, the reason you plant it with the eyes up is that's your sprouts. That's the leaves you see here. So if you put those eyes down, that's going to make it harder for that potato to grow up. It has to go down, then it's got to go up. So I always put mine up. But I've got them all side dressed. We've got fertilizer on both sides of the rows. Now we're ready to do what we're going to call hilling them. Now, reason that is when a potato grows, it grows above the roots. Well, the roots is down there at your seed potato that you put in, and then your roots are right there at the seed potato. So the potatoes grow above those roots. And so, being only 4 inches deep, when those potatoes start getting big, they'll start coming out of the soil. You'll see the potatoes in the soil. And so when the sun hits those, they'll turn green, and those are not healthy to eat. They get poisonous, and they're not healthy to eat. So we use a hiller, and we just mound dirt up on that row, so all those potatoes are covered up in dirt. Well, that's what you call making a hill, and that's hilling them. Now what we use is up here. I've got it up here on the tractor already. This is my Massey Ferguson 135. It's a great little garden tractor. It's got plenty enough power to pull, a 2-bottom plow, disc, whatever you want to pull with it. It's got enough for a garden. It works great. Now, this is what we call a, let me get up here nice. This is what we call a hiller. As you can see, these 2 discs, there's one here and one here. And as you pull that in the ground, it just scoops that dirt and shovels it toward the middle on both sides, so it produces a hill, a place for those potatoes to grow. So here we go. We're going to get busy and see if we can do it. Another thing you got to remember is you got to do this hiller in perfect alignment of your tractor, because what you do is you line the hood, the middle of that hood of your tractor up on the middle on that row, and you start plowing. If this thing is not pulling right directly behind your tractor, it'll be over to one side or the other, and it'll plow up your potatoes. I use this on my corn also, which really does the corn good. But anyway, that's something. Okay, we've got our potatoes healed up. That thing does a remarkable job of peeling up them taters. It'll peel up heals them up real good, but it'll plow them up just as easy. But that looks real good. These potatoes here was too big to heal and to cultivate, but it rained and rained and rained. My potatoes grow good. Some of them's even blooming. Look at that. We even got a little bloom coming up there. How about that? But they healed up, look real good. Got a little chore. I don't know if I can get it done today or not, because it's supposed to rain tomorrow. But I would like to plant some sweet corn. Now whether I'll get it done or not, I don't know. But I think I may try it. See if I can get. I'll have to till up that soil down there. And I want to till up for about, several rows of corn in there. So I'll see if I can get it done. I'll have to put the tiller on the diesel tractor and put the planter on that tractor and put the planter together. It'll take me a while to get all that done. But I'm gonna get busy.